Hey everybody, we're back for our last hour for Roleplay Blades. Mr. Careless Firm is exercising some spooky goddess power shit on some people, but unfortunately it's a AoE with friendly fire, so the crew for the first time is experiencing this as well.
Well, so here's my question, because like Aldo makes a good point that, or I guess he makes a good point that we wouldn't know necessarily what's happening, but I feel like we still would have time to leave if we wanted to.
It drives you away.
Sorry?
It drives you away. It's not that you don't have time. It's that you're compelled to leave.
It paralyzes you.
Or it paralyzes you.
Yeah, you choose. You either leave his presence or hold your ground, but you're paralyzed.
Oh, okay. So as it like enacts, then we get to decide which one we want to do.
Right. Or you can roll to resist, and then you can do anything at all if you resist the power.
Okay. Because I wanted to ask if I could do an attune roll to like as a protective spell, because I want to stay and see what happens, but I don't want to be like paralyzed by it.
That is a thing you can totally do.
Sweet. That's what
you're a whisperer, yeah, absolutely. Awesome. You can attune to the weird goddess power, and the effect you want is to like instead of resisting the power, you're like using your knowledge of magic to ward yourself from it. You're like bending the power away or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. So controlled. Standard?
I think it's risky, actually.
Risky? Okay.
Yeah, risky. Yeah, standard. Yep, standard's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I already rolled it. 5.
You guys are quick on the rolls. So risky.
We don't want your devil's bargain, John.
Yeah, fuck your devil's bargain. Got 3 dice. Screw you. That is one of the best things about having 3 and 4 dice. You're like, I don't need your bargains anymore. Fuck off. So you do it with a consequence, of course. So is your goal here? You just want to basically have freedom of action. You don't want to interfere with the power or anything like that. You just want to like not be.
I want to be able to. Yeah, I want to see like what happens to everyone else without being struck by it. Like I want to be able to watch what's going on in the room without having to leave and without being paralyzed.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with a complication. And the complication is you lose a tick on your clock for the goddess.
Okay.
And it like the way that manifests is you're not defying her power. It's not that kind of thing. But it is like she's manifesting through Careless. She's having this effect in the room, and you as a mortal whisper are like, no, goddess, actually, I decide how I react to this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so that you were on this journey of like getting deeper into her favor as a acolyte or whatever, and that just takes you back a tick. Instead of you just like letting it happen and being like, yes, whatever the goddess wills, you're like, nope.
Right.
So yeah, that's how I'm seeing that, and I think you feel it. You're aware that kind of acquiescing to the goddess is the right way to act, and Rune is like, nope.
Okay.
But yeah, so that basically means you're exempt. Like you don't have to be filled with dread and paralyzed, and you don't have to leave the room. You can do whatever you want.
Cool.
Cataby and Aldo, which choice do you take? Do you stand there paralyzed, or do you walk away?
I've been so I mean, for me, like honestly, if this is something that I don't know what's coming, then I think in my action would be curiosity over like understanding. So I'm gonna have to choose look.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm totally looking.
Okay.
But you said I can resist. Does that mean walk away or?
That means you can make a resistance roll and then take some other third option besides flee his presence or stand paralyzed with dread. If you make a resistance roll, then you can do some third action.
Okay, that's what I want to resist it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm standing there looking, trying to resist whatever the hell's going on here.
You can make a resistance roll with your resolve attribute.
Resolve.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. Okay.
I know. It's bad news.
Can I push myself?
You can, but this roll determines how much stress you take. So,
Just so you
yourself-
guys know mechanically, the reason I would do this otherwise is to paralyze guys that I could then kill. I'm not going to kill you guys if you are paralyzed in the room. So if you take a bunch of stress just to not be paralyzed.
No, I called it what it is. I'm gonna just take it. So
yeah, there is no like actual benefit to resisting it here because careless obviously isn't going to hurt you, but there is like a character reason to do it, right? There's a.
But that's what I'm saying. Like something is attempting to control me and make me not move.
It is. Yep.
I want to resist that for sure, and I would fight like tooth and nail to not let that happen.
Totally.
Okay.
That's just who you are. That's how it is. Yep.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So that's 2 stress.
You are gonna click your resolve
Yep.
attribute, and it'll make a resist roll for you, and we'll see how much stress it is.
Oh, no bonus. That's what I'm saying. Like if I push myself for bonus dice against it.
I mean, you
do not do that?
can. Yeah, you technically can if you want to. It's not like that good because we're gonna roll to see how much stress you take. If you take 2 stress before the roll, you're already down.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yep. Okay.
Well, so you take 2, 2 total stress, and you resist it. You power through this dread and paralysis. You're not controlled by it. You and Rune are free to act. Should if Careless does something you don't like, then you're going to be in position to talk or interfere or whatever.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm just kind of like, fuck it. I just fought off this overwhelming feeling.
Yeah,
that
it was like icy
coming
cold
over me.
dread. Mm-hmm.
And now I'm just confused as to what the fuck is going on right now. So I'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think like character-wise, like this is a victory for you, right? Like unknown magical shit happens. You look to your left and you see Biscataby like get whammied. Rune apparently is doing something magical, and Aldo, the non-magic dude, is just like, no,
Yeah.
And you feel the power like leave your brain. But when you look at the rest of the room, like all the kids and Careless's victim are like, and Miss Cataby too. They're just like overwhelmed by this supernatural dread.
And as you see, like me, like just like the camera, not anybody in particular, but like the camera of the game itself, like you see like me like tense up, and you see my fists start to like kind of like pulse a little bit with blue light, just
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
because it's a fight or flight thing, and that's like part of my fight now is that ghost fighter thing. So
And
do
it's-
they just
It's
yeah.
tickling the supernatural thing right now, where that's like just like the last time, like those sparks start flying.
So I'm choking this kid and I'm standing over him now and
Yeah,
pouring
they're basically helpless. What do you do?
pouring this darkness into him, and I just kind of lean in and say, and my voice sounds really different too, but I'm just like, you will not tell anyone. You will be ours. You will do whatever I say. And I'm getting like intimately close. It looks very uncomfortable, but I'm like looking closer and closer and driving my head into his.
If he could move or speak, which he can't, he would agree with you. So instead, like his eyes like well up, and a tear like escapes and rolls down his cheek, but he can't change his expression or like really do anything. And and you've got him. Like you just have him where you want him.
And then after a little bit of time, I kind of just like let go. Like there's a little snap to it. Like it's not like a gentle let go or something like that. My hand thrusts into the ground. I stand up, kind of straighten my collar, look around, smile, clasp my hands, and then go, well then, I think I've made my message pretty clear. We'll be talking to you soon, and I hope you endeavor to find ways to make yourselves useful. That would be most pleasing to myself and she who slays in the darkness.
It sounds like you're commanding them, Jeff.
Fuck yeah.
I think you should make a command roll.
Okay.
Controlled great effect. This is basically a fortune roll. You can't fail this.
How well does it work?
Yeah, this is going to determine the level of initiative that they're willing to take. Like a 1 to 3 here, they'll just be like, "Oh my god, what have we gotten ourselves into? Holy shit!" And they'll cower in their house until you guys call on them or something. But if you can get better on your command, they might be so afraid that they'll go and find something, to bring to you and be like, "Look, we're useful." So let's see how much you can motivate them with your fear here. Hey, there you go.
Oh,
Nice.
minor crit.
So,
5/5.
the minor crit.
Minor crit.
Nice. So I will put in quotes here the eels, but not really, are motivated to help you on their own initiative. They'll go off and try to find something to please you. And we'll find out what that is in the future.
And then I kind of go over. Would you say it was you, Aldo, that was holding my spear, or anybody else?
Yeah,
It was Aldo.
yeah.
Okay.
I dropped it on the floor though when that shit went down.
Oh, okay. I pick it up and say, I think we're done, associates. If you have any other ideas, we could be on our way. We do have a thing to plan, of course.
Do I know like if this guy who says he's a whisperer is like actually useful in whisper ways at all, or is he just like full of shit?
No, you get a vibe from him that he's got some kind of whispery talent about him. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to do anything with that. I just wanted to know if he was like actually, or if he was just making it up.
No, you got the impression that was a true thing that they were saying, that this kid like had a vision or something, and that's how they got this tip about you, because people don't really know about you. So
right.
It seems legit to you that he actually like had some kind of, he attuned to something or something like that, and that's how he knows what's going on.
Do you guys follow me as we walk out, type of thing, or is anyone going to do anything?
Yeah, I just want to ask the Donek.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we were to call on you again, who would we be calling on?
We're the eels. Yeah, we're the eels.
The eels.
Yeah. Yep, that's what
Right.
we're called, the eels. Oh god.
Right.
Yeah. We're a gang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're the eels gang. And he like goes and sits on the floor and holds his head.
All right. And then I walk out with everybody, with Careless, and I kind of stop and well, not stop, but as we're walking, I ask Careless, what in the fucking hell was that? And follow up, if you're gonna do that again, I would appreciate a little bit of warning, because I don't like people inside my head. So, if you could do that for me, please, that would be nice.
And before
Careless.
you
Go
answer,
ahead.
I
Yeah.
like go like behind you, and I'm like kind of skipping and like spinning past you, and I'm just like, that was amazing, and I'm just like so excited.
Careless is doing. He's like looking across the street. You know, he's doing his careful thing as we're making our way back, and he says, "Aldo, absolutely a fair request. As to the first thing, the night is dark and full of terrors. My recommendation: be one of the terrors. It's a far better existence."
All right. Well, just tell me next time before you do that, because I felt like I was going to mess myself.
An absolute fair request. I shall do that. And then he looks back at, or looks past at Rune and gives like a knowing nod and a wink even.
What I'm picturing, tell me if I'm wrong, I'm picturing this little scene happens with all those confrontation and Rune skipping past, like, hilariously, like the first time we've seen her like this, like just like on top. And then like we cut back to the drawing room and you're like, ugh. You like snap back to yourself and have to like go outside and catch up to them. Is that fair?
Is that fair, man?
Okay. I think you might be muted. I'm not sure, but
No, yeah, that is.
okay. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right. Cool.
Before we make it back, I did promise Rune that we would stop at this house. Is that perfectly fine with your guys' schedule? It does delay us a little bit, but it'll be fine.
No, yeah, but what's so special about this house?
It's the Dimmer sisters' house. People go in and they don't come out.
I have no idea what that means.
Me neither.
You've heard the children's rhymes, although that's probably what you know. Yeah.
Oh, well,
They're like the boogeyman, like,
right, but why are you so happy about it?
because people go in and they don't come out. Where do they go?
Yeah, good explanation. All right, go ahead.
Although they can be friends, assets. Let's
All right,
just go
well-
give a knock. We don't have to interrupt dinner or something like that. We just need to say hi.
You want to make friends.
Although I have always wanted to meet them. I'm so excited. I've never been down here before.
Well, you guys have fun. I'll stay out.
Yeah, you approach the house. Rune apparently is skipping along, like happy as a clam, and Myth is there wagging his tail, and you don't like. There's no sense of dread. It looks like a perfectly nice house. That it can smell like baked cookies coming from the
Nice.
plastic from the building. And there's no one outside. There's no one around. There's no guards or anything like that. The canal cuts like between the buildings there. There's a little like tiny footbridge that you have to cross, and the canal is very tight. It's like 4 feet across. But as you pass by Rune, everything is happy-go-lucky and fun. As you pass through that opening and glance down the canal, you see it's all dark and there's, it's water and dark windows and things of the buildings. But you see this shadowy, it's a fucking ghost is what you see. Not a glowy blue one, but a shadowy dark one. Sort of floating patrol down the canal, and as if it's like circling the building. You catch it out of the corner of your eye. That's the only hint. Everything else is like, oh, this is a nice place. You get this like little view out of the corner of your eye of like, what the, oh shit, okay, damn. They have spirits like patrolling the building.
Yeah.
Who do you go up and knock on the door? Like, what do you?
Yeah, I go right up.
You're in the lead.
Aldo, are you staying out?
Unless somebody
Aldo?
else takes point.
Whoever wants to do it.
I like ran ahead of you because I'm really stoked. So
Okay.
Aldo stayed like on the sidewalk back. Yeah.
He
Yeah,
doesn't.
He's
I
scared
don't
of
even know why
ghosts.
we're going
So
inside. I have no idea what we're going to accomplish here.
No, yeah, it doesn't seem like a good idea to you. I think that's fair.
I might stay out with Aldo if Aldo's gonna.
You're gonna hang back too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's like going to the souvenir shop. Like I've just always wanted to say hi.
Okay.
Yeah.
You knock on the door.
Yeah.
Okay. It's I don't know if this puts Careless at ease or what, but it's a very careless moment here. You raise your hand and you go. You would be like knock knock knock.
Mm-hmm.
What actually happens is you go knock and the door opens, and there's a woman standing there, elderly, 70s, 80s. She's wearing an apron over her sort of old timey dress, apron with lace on it. Her hair's up in a bun. She has little granny glasses on her nose. The cookie smell comes out very.
The
very
cookie
good.
smell?
Yeah, she's
She's baking cookies.
baking cookies. Yeah. And
There's
she's
like a delighted laugh that erupts out of Careless in the whole thing. Like as the door rips open and there's this like old timey beautiful like grandma like figure.
Mhm.
It's like it's an involuntary like whoa yes.
It has a little twinkle in her eye and rosy cheeks, and you see behind her there's this well lit with electroplasm lights and this very nice house, but sort of old fashioned. It has little like embroidered pillows on the couches.
Do I sense anything with my connection to She Who Slays in the Darkness?
Yeah, anybody who wants to study Grandma may study Grandma.
I'm gonna do it.
But she locks eyes with Rune. She glances past Careless and locks eyes with Rune, who's up, mid knock.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets this grin on her face that, I mean, to be fair, it does remind you of Careless.
Yeah.
And she cocks her head sideways, and she's like, "Damn it! Well, who are you, dear?"
Oh no.
And she seems so sweet.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm gonna roll my study too.
Yeah.
3.
Anybody who wants to study? Oh, geez. Okay, Rune.
What was
You're starstruck. You're too starstruck.
Yeah, I'm fangirling right now. So she like asks me who I am. I'm just like, my name's Rune. I'm a huge fan, and I've always wanted to meet you.
Jeff, you got a 4.
But I had to take the lowest, the 1. So I know.
Sorry.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Yeah, 0 to study. Yeah, no, she seems like a sweet old grandma. Just the sweetest old grandma. So sorry, Anne, you said you're a fan?
Yeah.
She bends down and pets the invisible air, and her hand touches and the smoke appears, and like she like scratches Myth's ear behind the ear, and she's like, "Well, who are you then? Oh yeah, that's your go. That's a good dog. Oh, well, what a treat this is." She glances around and she like looks at you guys standing in the darkness by the
Well,
side.
I'm next to I'm behind Rune because she ran ahead of me, but the others are on the street corner. It looks
they're
like
like
a trick or treat.
They're further back. She's like, "Well, don't be shy now. I've got cookies baking in the oven."
My hand shoots out to Rune's shoulder, and he's like, "Unfortunately, we're pressed for time."
I had like started to walk forward. He's like, nope.
Hands out.
You're like 1 foot forward or something like that. And he like grabs your shoulders like, "We are terrible visitors to do this, but we actually don't have the time to come in. As you can imagine, schedules are tough to keep."
Indeed. It seems you've got quite a lot on your plate.
And I look up, kind of back at Careless, who put his hand out in front of me, and I'm like sad. I'm just like, no cookies.
Another time. I am very curious how this whole thing works.
She looks at you, Rune, and she reaches out at like to sort of like stroke your hair like in a very familiar way, not creepy and like intimate, but just like
a grandma.
Like a grandma. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you let her do that? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm very excited.
What is her name? I'm sorry.
You don't know.
We don't know. We just know she's one of the Dimmer sisters, or we assume she is because she lives in their house. Yeah.
That's all.
She strokes your hair and then like sort of like tucks it, does the grandma thing, like show your pretty face. She like pushes it away,
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Anytime you want to come, dear, feel free." And then she looks and locks eyes with Careless and says, "After your important work, That is.
Ah. When she says that, there's like a moment of understanding with Carolus, and he was like, I think we will take you up on that offer of cookies at some point. That sounds absolutely amazing. I must insist that you accept my apology that we would knock on your door without the ability to entertain you further. May I ask for your introduction, though? I am Carolus Firm. Can I please have your name? And he reaches out.
I think you're making a consort roll, Jeff. You tell me. You get to choose your actions, but that's what I'm hearing you doing.
Yeah.
You want to roll a different action? Tell me what it is.
I'm trying. Is it just risky or controlled?
It's risky. Do you want a devil's bargain or anything?
Yeah. What do you got?
I think my devil's bargain is if you do something in this moment, this handshake moment, to transmit or make clear to her that you are that like essentially that you're an acolyte of the goddess of the level that you are. Like you sort of let that energy pass between you. You don't keep that a secret from her. If you let her know that you're one of those, you're one of the thought tendril people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that will give you a bonus die to consort with a Demosister. That's the exact kind of thing that would delight her to no end. So
And this will cost me 1 stress?
No. It's.
Oh, you're just saying this is what happens.
She will know your secret,
She'll know,
and you get a bonus die.
Can I give him a bonus die through my enthusiasm for
Totally.
fangirling over them? Okay, so I'll take a stress for that.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Okay, so I'll take the devil's bargain for sure. Is it a great then, or?
You get a bonus die.
So standard effect?
Standard effect. And Anne's giving you one too, so you get 2 bonus die total.
Okay.
You got this.
And I think that, well, we'll see how this rolls. 6. So I get
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
So I think when I shake her hand, and this actually works with the character, because my assumption is that this is okay to reveal to her, because I do feel like that is our connection. If you'll allow this, I think there's just locking eyes with her, like a little bit of smoke starts to kind of come out of my eye just a little bit, but obviously not going for it.
Nice. Yeah, that's good.
It's weird smoke, though. It goes down. It doesn't go up. It like pulls down into the earth. And it's not like this huge bleeding thing. It's just like a little comes out.
I'm really happy you guys are shaking hands, by the way. Because she's like my hero. She's like a mythological hero.
She is.
What happens, John, when I shake her hand?
You did get a 6, didn't you?
I did.
He did.
Okay. She sees your secret. She sees the thought tendril smoke. You get a little glimpse. I mean, this isn't like deep revelation territory. You're just shaking your hand and having a social interaction. But you see there's more than one of her.
Oh.
Like standing right next to her it looks just like her. She's wearing different clothes, but she's got her hands clasped and she's like peering over Rune's shoulder at Aldo and Miss Cataby on the street. And then behind her is another sister straightening a frame on the wall. You get this sort of like snapshot for a moment of this, like all these different versions of her in the house. And then it goes away. But in the handshake, like she knows that you see that and you know that she sees your thing. You have that. She shakes your hand and you have this thing passes between you. Like she's like,
She doesn't say a name though or anything.
No, she's very subtle about it and gracious, and she puts her other hand over yours, and she's like, "So nice to meet you, Carolus. So very nice to meet you. It's a cold night out there, everyone. Bundle up now. Don't want to catch your death." She closes the door.
And as the door closes, Careless looks over at Rune and is just like, "Your instincts have been very sharp. This is a place that we shall come back to some point."
That was amazing. That was amazing. I love today.
We head back?
Yeah. Yeah, back.
I think we have time to like set it up if you guys want.
Yeah, we have a little more time to prime our job for next time.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to give you guys +1 faction status with the Dimmer Sisters.
Yes.
That was a very risky thing to do, and you pulled it off with some aplomb. So let's just
Good job.
move
Yeah.
things to friendly. It's not neutral anymore. Yeah, I think that's good. That could have gone very badly, but it didn't.
I almost went in the house, so good thing Carolus was there to stop me.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Well, I must say, Rune, I don't think I've ever seen you not only that happy before, but also that much emotion period before.
Oh, I'm sure it'll fade, Aldo.
It seemed like you met like some sort of prince or something.
They're the Dimmer sisters.
I know, but it's kind of like meeting the boogeyman. I mean, I don't understand why you're so happy about it, but I'm happy for you if you're happy.
We're like walking back, right?
Yeah.
I'm like still kind of like sing song, like people go in, they don't come out. The Dimmer sisters are out and about, like dancing, like he's singing the little children's rhymes.
Hearing this conversation, Careless is like, Aldo, boogeyman is just a matter of perspective. One person's boogeyman is someone else's hero and such.
Oh,
Right?
I'm sure you know all about that.
He just continues to smile and then like eventually turns his head and
Careless
keeps walking
smile.
forward.
Man, in the TV show version of our game, like that interaction is so important. Like based on last episode, like everyone's like, "Oh shit!" He's been investigating him, and he's giving him shit about it. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. Cool. Okay, cut to back at the lair once again. I think Miss Cataby has gone off before this excursion, and she's done her legwork on Grace to some degree. What were you trying to find out, Wheat? And like, what was your vector for?
Yeah, so I mean, I met her at like an off location, right? So I guess I'm just trying to gather any information I can about like where she might reside and if there are any other places she frequents.
Are you looking?
Because like,
sorry, go ahead.
yeah, well, I mean, the only place I know of where she goes is the place we met, right?
Right. That's supposedly her house, but you know that that's probably not true.
Right.
So do you want to? Are you looking for like a good place to ambush her or something, or like what do you want?
I mean, in any sort of info gathering, finding the routine of a individual would be a key piece of information for us being able to figure it out, and especially without raising red flags, right? Like,
Gotcha.
Where's this person go? Like, what do they do every day? Are there places they frequent on Wednesday? Where do they go on Sunday? That information is the most important to us to deduct a plan.
I would say that's basically a freebie. I'll give you that one. She enjoys this kind of bold fearlessness thing that's part of her persona. she struts around and goes where she pleases because she feels invulnerable. So yeah, I think getting her routine and where she goes is a freebie. I'll give you that one for free.
Okay, well then let's go one step further. Maybe I can find out if there's a piece of information she's seeking, and that could be our catalyst for a meetup.
Interesting.
Right? There's got to be as I know from Salia, that there's probably got to be like some secrets that are like out of reach that would perk the curiosity of any individual, So like what's out of reach for her that I might be able to use as bait?
I like it. That's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. What's your what action do you want to use? Like what's your
I mean, maybe just straight up just consort with some different folks to find out, and maybe I would pose from like hey, I'm in the information, or I'm in the business of selling information, and I'm looking for what people want.
Yeah, cool.
Like a rep.
Yeah, that's dope.
Great.
So cool. Let's do a consort. I think it's risky because
I was also thinking it's risky because obviously anytime you ask a question, that could potentially go back to the person.
You don't want it to corrupt. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You want this to be clean, not yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Because of your connected ability, do you get a increased effect or a bonus die?
It's increased effect, but if I can push myself for this one, I will.
Well, shit.
Or if there's a devil's bargain.
So I think like if you wanted to know where she kept her black materials, the effect level would be 0. Connected would give you limited. You could push for standard, something like that. In this case, like figuring out good bait for her, I feel like that's kind of standard because she's in the business.
If we don't know where she lives though, and we like bait her and kill her. Right, we still have to get the book.
Right, killing her before where her stuff is would be a problem.
Right, so is it more like bait to just
whisper can talk to ghosts, so it's not necessarily a problem.
It's an inconvenience, but not an impossibility.
Rune could maybe make her tell you where she.
But ultimately, and I guess I'm posing this question to the crew: are we like setting up to bait so that we can nab her and then get what we want and then do what we must, or? Do we ultimately want to find out where she lives and just...
Well, so this is the flavor of it. Here's a couple ideas. Like, Aldo's made it clear he doesn't actually need her dead. We need this
just
book.
The book.
So there is a potential where we do an exchange with her where we're like, we'll do a job for the book. There is the element of torturing her and extracting value so that we can then sell that. All of these, I think, for you, Wheat, are just of the flavor of like, no, we don't just assassinate her and then go find the book. It's more of the like, confine her with information or actually interrogate her to then get what we need.
Then yeah, we'll go with the bait route then. Yeah, consort
to like get her somewhere where you can have this like a lot of leverage to make some sort of
exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
So I think so I would say that's standard because that's her business. She's looking for this type of thing. With connected, that makes it great effect, and if you push yourself, it'll be more than that. It'll be like you guys can tell me exactly the time and place and everything how you want to take this down. If you push yourself, I mean, even with great effect, the engagement roll to get her you'll get a bonus die. But if you want to push yourself, it'll be better for you. Like the actual nabbing.
Okay, yeah, I do. So standard effect, but then I can add a bonus die for 2 stress.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Standard effect, bonus die 1. Bring it home. I'll take it.
A 6.
Nice.
Right. Nice. That's good. That's what you want. You don't want complications.
That's what I wanted.
You don't want her to get suspicious or other gangs to be involved or whatever crap that could have happened there. That was probably, honestly, I wasn't gonna have her know what was going on. I was gonna have a third party get get tangled in this, right? Like, ooh, this is an interesting opportunity. We should jump on board. But you've avoided all that crap, and you know her route. You understand where she's likely to be at any given time, and you've done some research maybe on her past interaction. You're rolling consort, right? So you're like talking to your network of underworld.
Right.
And you have a contact. Let me find their name here on your character sheet. Wait, no, that's not you. Oh, that is you. Sorry, my bad. Jaren. Jaren is a blue coat archivist.
Jaren is who I ultimately...
Yeah, Jaren says that Grace has approached him many times. He basically, like, when case files are closed out, or when cold cases are abandoned, or when a magistrate gets bribed and does a summary judgment on a case and just says, like, this person is now guilty, case closed, or whatever. Anytime that kind of case closed situation occurs, those things get boxed up. All the investigators' notes get packaged up. They get sent to the Blue Coat archive. And Grace has been all over him his whole career, trying to blackmail him, trying to pay him off, trying to do all kinds of different things, because it's this gold mine for her, potentially. She might have something that could be blackmail material if only she had access to the murder weapon, or, you know, whatever, right? So she's always tried to get Jaren into her payroll and get him to work for her, and he's just never wanted anything to do with that crap.
Got it.
So when you talk to him, he's like, you know what, Academy, we go way back, and I can do you a favor, because it's nothing to me. If I even send her a note, she will come running to talk to me. She is desperate to get into my system, and yeah.
Do you want her out of your system?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, that's exactly right. You say that, and he goes, "Oh, well, if my instincts about you and your new friends are right, this favor I do for you might save me a lot of pain in the future, right?"
It could. I mean, we're just librarians, so...
Of course. Just
but
librarians. I understand.
It could.
Sure.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah, he gives you a note if you want to use it. He can contact her directly, or otherwise he writes up a quick note that's like to her, and he mentions a particular case that was like something that she's been sweating him for years. He's like, this, say these words to her. That should be sufficient.
Okay. Great. I'll report this back to the crew and let them know that we have an option for bait.
Nice.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Sweet.
Nice. I like to acknowledge sometimes, periodically as a GM, because sixes can go by sometimes. They can pass us because there's no ripple in the water, and we're just like, oh yeah, nice, yeah, 6, cool.
Yeah.
But sometimes I like to pay attention and say, like, you know, this is an important moment. Miss Cataby has there was a very real danger here, and she skates by with flying colors. So good job, well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we saved like the engagement roll and all that for next week.
Yeah, we'll do that next time, and we'll kick off our score and see what happens when you guys nab the blackmailer and what you do with her.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to decide like what I actually want.
I know. I'm curious too. What is that gonna be? But let's do XP for the session.
Sweet.
Great.
Of course. Why don't we start with you, Zeke?
Okay, sounds good. Let's see. Address a challenge with violence or coercion.
Mm-hmm.
Should have threatened me. Zeke.
Well, he
I'll
tried to
punch your
threaten that
face
kid,
in.
but
Yeah.
failed.
You so that this is the thing.
That's
like,
a 1, I think, at least.
But I
Yeah.
addressed the challenge.
you don't
Yeah,
have to
try.
succeed at the challenge, but
Okay.
the attempt is what matters. So I think
Okay.
that's a 1. That's a 1. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Let's see. Express beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That was I'm gonna take 2 for that because that was like the whole episode today.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree.
Okay.
I don't think anyone has a problem.
Struggle with issues of vice or trauma. The stealing of the cello and me just sawing away at it. I think that's worth 1.
I think it's worth 1. We're exploring ways to make your art vice more troublesome. This one was a bit of a freebie, just to get the idea into the game.
Right.
I think next time when we want to explore this kind of thing, there's going to be a prowl roll or something. It's going to be actually like a troublesome circumstance, and maybe
trouble could come from his desire to steal that cello type of thing.
Exactly, and we could also introduce it in the social sphere as well. We've kind of been skating past that, but the next time you go to the opera, we can make you make a consort roll to see if you can fit in, or if people shun you and call the cops and stuff like that. That's another option that we have too. And I feel like you've kind of introduced this permission now to make that part of your life problematic. So we'll do that moving forward.
Excellent.
Yeah. Struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the sessions. Yeah, that's basically what we just said.
Yep.
Yep.
Good.
Cool. And
Oh, also, I did take the not to be trifled with before.
oh, nice. Yeah.
I'm going to be an equal in scale to a small gang, and I'll have an additional effect when I'm in combat if I push myself.
Yeah. The way the new version works is that it happens when you push yourself. So you take 2 stress, you get a bonus die, and then you Hulk out basically.
Right.
Like yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yep. And arcane knowledge or power.
Yeah, I used the ward to try to
Total.
protect myself, so I'd say just 1 for that.
Yeah, that was totally critical.
What else we did? So express beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I'd say 1 for the Dimmer Sisters thing. It's
Absolutely.
like the whole reason that, because we would have just walked past the house if I weren't so excited.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think you should take 2 for that because the bad outcomes on those rolls were really bad.
Mhm.
Keep
And
saying that. You gotta answer. Someone should ask him in the questions, man. Someone ask him. I want to know.
you were just
We were
like, let's go talk to the differences. It'll be fun, It's
yeah, we put ourselves in like a lot of
Hey.
danger because I was just excited.
Yeah, you should take 2 XP because seriously, you
Okay.
do not want trouble from them at all. That would be bad. Be very bad.
Okay.
Quite the opposite, John. We made friends.
I know, now we're +1 with them.
Awesome. That's good. Very good.
And then for struggling with issues from your vice, I'm gonna say 2 because not only did we picked up the new purveyor, but I did the drugs when I knew I didn't need to, and pretty much intentionally overindulged. So we go for 2 for that.
Easiest 2 ever, man.
Definitely. Yep.
It's just you have the magic touch of your complications. Actually, they either help you or don't do shit.
Yeah.
Like, the
you're in
cops
this
were called,
nice
and they were resisted by the other faction that John just rolled for. So
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like when you made the decision, you didn't know. You didn't
Yeah.
know they were like stand-up guys who were gonna resist the blue coats. I could have rolled 1 die for those guys. You didn't
Yeah.
know. So you should get the XP, even though it actually wasn't a big problem. It's still it was a risk that you took.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no trauma for you yet.
Right.
Cool. Wow, that's 5 XP for you. Nice.
Yeah.
Who's next? Wheat.
Yep. All right. You addressed a challenge with conspiracy or calculation. I mean, the 2, yes, absolutely. 1, 2, and 3. The confrontation with Aldo, the stealing the money, the revealing it to everyone, the attempt to get them to trust me with the money, all of these things, I think, are exactly what drives Academy.
Absolutely.
Right. Easy peasy.
Beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Again, I think it's like, listen, this is who I am. Like, accept me for what I am. And I think that actually rang true when Careless gave his little speech about what was wrong with all the crew. So yeah, I think that just my whole idea of like, hey, this is me. Like, what else do you want? Like, you know what you got.
Definitely.
And
you saying two?
What's that?
Are you saying two for that?
I think so.
Yeah.
For that one, yeah, actually. Yeah.
I feel like this was a bit of a Academy spotlight episode in a way. Like, we got to see a lot about who you really are and how you relate to the rest of the crew. So yeah, I think that's definitely two.
Well, I like the hidden gem of with Aldo. Her first approach is like, what is stealing? And darling, like, we all get paid, it's fine. And then later, Aldo's like, yeah, Careless, this happened. And she's like, fuck it. Yeah, I stole. Oh, and walks off. Like, that was pretty funny.
So that was good. That was very good.
I have a question for you, John.
Yeah.
I can fill out my playbook if I use all 5 in there. What's the... there's one ability called Occultist. Consort with ancient powers, forgotten gods, or demons. What would you use that for? Like consorting with them? What would that do?
Yeah.
Because it's not compel. Like, I'm not compelling them.
Right.
You can ask them questions or favor and stuff like that, right?
Like consort, the action consort. It's a little better. The new version is a little better, so I'll give you that one. It does give you bonus, like for example, the goddess would count for that. So you would get a bonus die when you're dealing with the goddess in the future. Because you're an occultist, you like understand how to deal with deities and weird demons and stuff like that. But also the new version of the power, which I'll copy and paste and share with you. You also get a bonus die to command followers of, like, once you've consorted with a forgotten god, demon, or deity, you get a bonus die to command their followers in the future because you understand them so well. So that's an additional benefit that power gives you. But generally, it's sort of like you can't compel something like She Who Slays in Darkness, like you can a ghost. It's like a soft version of compel. You can have a conversation with her and like talk to her and make bargains, and instead of just being like this unknown entity, occultist lets you treat her like a person and actually like interact with her and stuff. That's the intent of that power.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, was that all your XP?
Yeah, that's it. I went 4 total. Struggle with issues, obviously, like the issue with Aldo, just bringing it up as a struggle in and of itself. So I think that's worth 1.
Totally.
Cool.
Jeff.
Yo, I mean, as is our tradition, I believe a 2 in violence.
Yeah. I think anytime you use the ghost tendrils thing, you're gonna end up with a 2. Pretty scary. Because that affected 7 people or 6 people. So.
Yep.
You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. There's quite a bit of that, I think. Not super clearly, but a lot of a little bit of goading of Rune, a lot of like, let's meet that person because I have a hunch, and then I think there was some revelation too with his dealings with Aldo. We've touched on the fact that he has a tough time communicating with people, and he just outright said that he doesn't actually communicate well with people from this part of the world. Some more background on him, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the last one, this is it. I kind of don't want to be too ham-fisted with how I do it. I think there's an argument for a 1 here, but I was very strongly considering just killing Amick or Danik or whatever.
Danik,
Yeah.
And I think that would be very cold, and that was supposed to be how it was played out. But I was gonna, Ever the strategist, he was gonna see how he reacted, and he basically melted and cowered before him, and he saw that he could make him an asset. So there was that dilemma, I guess.
I was gonna say that the trouble from your trauma here was Aldo. That like you used this ability, and he like was like, hang on a minute, what the fuck, man? What's going on here? This is fucked up. You didn't get a free pass. Everyone wasn't just like, oh, cool, that's fine. You can do that to us whenever you want. That's, I guess.
Careless doesn't actually even know he's looking into him or anything like that. So
yeah, right.
It just kind of came out, which doesn't help his case, I guess, for Aldo to trust him and think he's okay. So.
Exactly. Yeah, it makes things more troublesome. It gives Aldo another reason to be skeptical about you. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I will say. Well, okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, it's a completely different topic. But I was struggling where to put like all the XP for today, and I want to work it in like when I like it when you can like justify XP or like a level up on a skill.
Yeah.
Due to the adventure or due to what we did.
Totally.
And I'm going to put all of them in resolve, and that gives me a point, and I'm going to put it in a tune.
Oh, nice.
Due to like trying to be taken over, and I think I can work it into like a better relationship with Rune and Careless, and asking them questions about how like what's happening to me. Like I'm starting to like see things. I'm starting to like feel what I assume you feel and stuff like that.
Nice.
I love it. That's great. That's really good.
That's awesome.
So you like that whole thing like opened a door in me. Just poof.
That's fantastic.
I'm gonna put 1 in my prowess, which maxes it out. So I'm gonna go to 4 skirmish.
Oh shit.
And then the other 4 are going to go into resolve, which maxes that out. And I'm going to take a 3rd in command.
Good lord.
I thought we could only do 3.
You thought wrong, Rune.
You guys, last time we spent one of your crew advances to unlock the 4th dot. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, right.
Careless is as good a fighter as you can be now.
I just need 1 more and I will be too.
That is fucking nasty.
I could drop all 5 of my XP and resolve and get that 4th attune then.
Oh shit.
Is that we can do that now?
Yeah.
We can get all 4. Yeah, we can get all 4 dots now because we got the crew
sweet.
leveled up.
Oh shit.
Oh, do I want occultist or do I want fortitude?
That's a tough call. That is a tough call. All right. Well, we should do crew XP before we wrap up for the night. You guys did not murder anybody.
Nope.
Thought about it.
Came close.
You did contend with challenges above your current station. Everyone, Rune, golf clap, Rune. Thank you, Rune, for that XP. By fucking with the Dimmer sisters when you didn't need to. You get XP for
They're
that.
just so cool, man.
Yeah.
What level are they, John? You keep talking about how scary they are.
They're tier 3, I think.
Okay.
Let me check. I should know that, but I don't know if I'll... Oh no, they're tier 2. They're above you guys, but yeah, they're not that bad. They're nice old grandmas. How dangerous?
They're grandma clones that want people to come inside their house.
It's cool.
Maybe they'll
cookies for
send
you.
us cookies since we didn't get any.
You definitely don't need to worry about them at all. They're fine. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because
I worked really hard at that.
You didn't kill the evils.
Well, no, but we also like fully on revealed ourselves to them and then threatened them about as hard as you can and said, "You're going to work for us now."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you had killed them, you wouldn't have spread your reputation.
Yeah.
So You get XP for that. Yeah.
And also, I mean, the note on the grave.
Oh shit! Yeah. Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point. Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
Yeah.
Inner conflict.
Yeah.
Definitely,
quite
I
a
would
bit.
say there's a little bit of inner conflict that came up today.
Is this?
So-
Do you guys think this was 2 XP of inner conflict?
This is a 2 for sure.
I mean, it's probably like the biggest sort of like it's that like you got a new roommate and like everything's awesome for a few weeks, and then you like realize that the roommate doesn't flush the toilet or like doesn't empty the trash, and you got to have that talk. That
Well,
was
also-
basically the equivalent of what happened.
Also, Careless just like unleashing his power without telling us to get out of the room. Like he
Ooh.
basically was just like, I don't give a fuck if this
yeah.
hurts you. Like I'm gonna do it
So
anyway.
definitely too. Yeah.
Point. Good
Yep.
point.
Agree.
That's 5 total.
that was
That
on
maxes
purpose, by
out.
the way.
Does that max us out?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh,
You guys
shit.
are like, I think you're. I don't know if you're 8 for 8, but it's close to that. Like of
Yeah.
getting to advance every session. It's really close to that. Awesome. All right.
We're
Well,
tier 1.
balanced game.
Right?
you're tier
balanced game.
0 currently.
Well, what the hell?
I know. Tier is it's a little tricky because there's sort of like 2 advancement tracks. There's the XP and the tier. They're kind of independent, and you guys haven't been really working on tier, so it's kind of been sitting there, not advancing, which is fine. It's okay. You don't need to worry about it too much. But
How do we work on tier?
We'll get into that. When your rep track fills, which is very close to filling,
Right.
You'll
Here's
have
the
some.
thing, though. If we stay at 0 forever, everyone is always above us, and then we always get XP.
That is true. That's very true. And the other type of advancement we haven't talked about is the claims. If you look at the claims map on the sheet, you can like get turf, which then lets you get informants, which lets you get a cover operation or a vice den or a fence or training rooms or blah 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 blah. There's like stuff you can get if you want to expand in the territory of the world, and like take over places and control stuff. But you guys are not that type of crew yet. This is all very internal. It's about your personal vendettas and stuff right now. So it's fine that we haven't gone there yet, but that's a thing that the game can branch out into at some point.
Let's get a boat.
I'm on a boat.
Oh shit.
I'm sailing away.
Okay.
All right.
Side.
Do
We'll
shout-outs?
figure it out. We should do shout outs and wrap it up.
Rock and roll.
Zeke, you want to kick us off?
Sure. What's up, everybody? It's Eagle the Third here. I want to thank everybody on the show for being a part of this. It's consistently good and consistently surprising. And I think I've had a different sort of like conflict or something like that with each one of the characters so far, and it's always been just a blast. Follow me, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all the same. Ezekiel_I. Tomorrow I'll be on Drop Frames right here, same channel at 5 p.m. Eastern. And I'm playing Darkest Dungeon right now. If you want to tune in, noon Pacific, almost every day. So thanks, and we'll see you next time.
Nice. Anne?
Yep. Thank you for checking out the show, everyone. My name is AnneMunition on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, and all that crap. Thank you to everyone for being on the show. Always, as Zeke said, a really good time. I had a really good time today, and I'm super looking forward to the next episode. So I hope you guys tune in, and keep in mind that our schedule is going to be changing in March to Sunday mornings, which I think will be a lot better for hopefully most people. And I'm not streaming tonight, but I will be tomorrow. Been playing Watch Dogs 2, so see you guys tomorrow.
Cool. Wheat.
Just want to say, you're not in bed yet, Mini Wheat?
Just
you're
wanted
getting
to say.
You're getting water? He's like, comes
Busted.
in, he's like, starts
Busted.
petting the cats. He's like, I'm getting water. What do you mean? Yeah, I'm supposed to be in bed. Thank you. As always, it actually is a highlight of the week to be able to play with you folks. I'm actually super excited about this episode because my favorite part of every role-playing game is to start to see the dynamic that comes between the group. And while it's been like, hey, we're 4 people that are killing each other, to see sort of the interpersonal conflicts and sort of similar beliefs and obviously conflicting beliefs is like one of the best parts of role play. So thank you for joining us for that, and thanks crew for giving us a great week. It's awesome.
Totally agreed. It's one of my favorite things. You guys are great at it, and it's a privilege to have a group like that that's willing to have conflict, create conflict out of nothing, and dive into the role play spaces like that. It's really great. Jeff.
What's up, everybody? Just echoing all the sentiments. It is a highlight of my week. I'm absolutely head over heels in love with all the characters, all the interactions. It's really, really fun. I've been watching, as per John's recommendation, Peaky Blinders. Starts off really slow, but I really am. It's amazing how it kind of gets into your pores in terms of like the atmosphere of it, and just how, I mean, Netflix is just like nailing it out of the park in terms of just really quality shows. So it's kind of cool. Sets the mood. I recommend it if anyone else is looking for content that comes close, but obviously isn't half as fucking good as what we do. That would be a be a fair assessment to make. Jeff just likes wetting the baby. What in the hell? I don't even know what that means, man. Shout out to JP, the producer, obviously. I'm AnneMunition in all things. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, an Instagram. I've been streaming a lot of XCOM 2 Long War. I'm coming up on the final mission for that. And Long War 2, or Long War Mod 2 is coming out fairly soon, so I'm looking forward to playing that. So if that's something you guys want to check out, that's what I've been doing. Otherwise, a lot of like StarCraft and strategy games. And then just this weekend, I'm looking forward to going and seeing Split. Hopefully some of you guys will as well, because that could be really fucking cool, or it could be terrible. It's M. Night Shyamalan. It's exciting in its own right.
Oh yeah, that's right. That comes out this weekend.
The Visit's a good movie. It was okay movie rather for a horror movie. So I'm starting to wean back into believing that he can do it. But yeah, just really excited to do more. Post questions. I see the chat. You guys are like knee deep in the Bloodletter lore. You guys know this game. It's fucking amazing and fun to read it. But every week there's like 15 questions, and they're all great. But I want 70. I want you guys get John pissed. Ask him why his game sucks. Do something. I don't know. Create drama. Ask questions. Make it interesting. Just get in that thread and post. It's on itmeJP's website. And it's there every week. I love reading what you guys think about what's happening, your theories and stuff like that. Otherwise, why do we have such gorgeous characters with all this thought into it? I'm just fucking kill people every week. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You can also, like, I can't speak for everyone else, but if you at me on there, like I look through there and I'll answer questions too. So if you have questions for like me specifically about things that Rune did, you know, like you can ask me.
Exactly. Include me in that. Yes, 100%.
Absolutely agreed. We love the Q&A thread is up right now. Go over to JP's community forum and jump in, ask us questions about this episode. If you have general questions, we'll probably answer those too. It doesn't have to be just about episode 8. We love that stuff. It's so great. You guys have great questions, and just dig in as much as you want. I am on the internets. John_Harper is my Twitter, and you can find me at 17design.com. That's my game site. If you love Blades in the Dark and want to support it and get on board, it's on Drive-Thru RPG right now, and it's coming out in book form this April from Evil Hat. Next month, we will have a pre-order up for people who want to buy physical books. So be on the lookout for that. Basically, first week of February, probably we'll start posting that stuff. So
sick.
I know everyone's been asking about that. If you want hardcover and all that, you can jump on that wagon. So that'll be cool. Yeah, this game is great. It's just a quality of this group that we can play in such a loose fashion and show up for me as a GM with basically no prep whatsoever, no plan, no driving action established ahead of time, and we might have to take a little time to like find our footing and figure out where we're going and explore what we're doing for a session of play. But we get there in this great way. That's something that none of us could have planned ahead of time. And it's really gratifying to watch it happen every week, as if by magic. So,
well, I think it comes from like, it's like the great acting tool is motivation. Like if you have a motivation, shit will happen.
Exactly.
Like we all have something we want to do and accomplish. So.
Yep. And thank you so much, chat, for I've seen a lot of chat tonight of you guys just loving this, despite the, that we're not like mission. It's great that you guys are digging it and are buying into this character exploration that we're doing. It makes us feel good about it too. The fact that you guys are into it too is
yes.
really cool. So thank you for that support. It's really, really good. And yes, chat, version 8 is also coming to drive-thru. If you've already bought the game in PDF, you'll get the final version, all the update, the full book and everything in PDF. That'll automatically be uploaded to your account to answer that question. But yeah, anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks, Cast, for coming out and being amazing. And we will see you guys next time for Roleplay Blades next Tuesday. Adios.
Bye.
Peace.